What's good, people, man? It's your guy, Deme D, Mr. Everywhere, you never there. And I'm out here, man. We in the building, man. We getting you familiar with my guy, Tah Bandsome, man. What's good,
yes,
man?
sir.
You
One
already
more time.
know. Yeah,
How you,
let's
boy?
get it right. Let's get it right. So here we chilling, man. We're gonna get you familiar with the people. Let them know what you got going on, and get it. Like I said,
Yes,
get
sir.
them in touch.
All right, Tah
So
Bandsome.
yeah, hold before we do that though, man. The name, man, I love it.
All right.
Like I love it, man. And I know it's like a generic shit. Everybody always asks you where you get the name from, but that's dope right there. I think it's
I can
slick.
tell you. All right. So really and truly, I started out doing parties.
Okay.
I used to I had braids in high school, and some girl called me
dreads,
ASAP.
okay.
She called me ASAP Tah. I was like, yo, I like that. I don't know why I like that, but then as I got older, I was like, I can't be somebody else's name. That's rocky shit. So
No doubt.
it was around the era where everybody had like Cash, Bands, and De Niro. Everything was their last name on some social media was something with Cash. I was like, yo, I gotta think of
So you
something.
had it for a minute then?
Yeah, I had it for a while. So I'm like, yo, I gotta think of something different. I'm like, I don't want to be Cash. I don't want to be De Niro's. I'm about to be Bandsome. I ain't seen nobody with that name, and then after a while, I seen a couple people with the name, but yeah, that's how I came up with Bandsome.
Nah, that's dope, man. That's dope. So I know you're a new artist, as well as an inspiring artist, and
Yes, sir.
what's that feeling like, man? What's that motivation? What was the moment where you decided, like, this is it, and I'm gonna take it to the next level? Because I know you got a project coming out. I seen, the freestyle you had, but we're gonna get to that. So what was the moment where you felt like, okay, man, I'm taking that next step?
I mean, it's not really confirmed until you get in that booth, So I guess I'll say with that first time when I actually stepped in the booth, like I won't even say like writing a song, because there's plenty of people that write songs, Like I know plenty of people that I know they write songs, but they ain't never step in the booth and get that experience.
That is the truth.
You know what I mean?
I know a lot of people. Like
I'll
that.
say, and then I wouldn't even say then. I'll say after I went through that awful experience of being in the booth, because you listening to artists and shit, you thinking it's easy. You go in the booth and you're like, oh wait, I gotta sound like this. Like I gotta make my voice do this. Like it's so much shit. So that's after that. That's when I was like, alright, I'm doing this. Like I'm gonna get nice at this. Watch.
Okay, and I was gonna say it's good you mentioned that, because you mentioned the voice thing, and it's like, I'm definitely a hip hop lover. I've been doing this shit for a long time. I love the music, but the music has transitioned a lot.
Yes.
I know you're a younger artist, so I wanted to ask you about that. As far as you mentioned, the voice thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, what's your element with that? Are you doing the hey? I mean, and I'm not knocking them.
Nah, yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah,
so
but
the funny thing with that, I'm still learning. So I'll say my go-to where my voice really excels is probably when I'm like being aggressive, or like.
well, that's where you feel you excel.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I'm kind of being more of a punchy, like hit hard type of, I think that's when my voice comes out the best. But I am working on my hey all that. Yeah, I'm working all that.
Hey man, listen, it's a melodic game.
Yeah.
Even though there's an avenue for spitters as well, but it's a melodic game. There's nothing wrong with that. You're part of that culture.
Nah, that's for me. What I realized though is you gotta learn how to compromise basically.
So okay, so for you that is a compromise.
So for me, it's like
you would prefer that you.
I would prefer to be more on the lyrical side, just rapping shit.
Dope. All right.
But I gotta admit, that's what the people want to hear. They want to hear the melodic shit. So
nah, absolutely.
I like it too. I can't lie, I do. So I figured, hey, if you could put some bars and be lyrical and witty when you doing all of that, alright, bro, you might got something there. Like that's what I'm really going for right there. That's what I'm working towards.
I like that, man. I like that. So and I think you have some sort of some insight though as far as music background and something you can share with the people.
Shout out to the team, bro. They all the way out here, bro. Shout out to the whole team.
All
they
right.
definitely helped me out. Franchise, is Q, all of them. Like, cause you know what it is. I'm really sure I'm the youngest in the team, so I have a lot of people who's very experienced. They've been doing it for a long time. So it's like when I come to them with shit, they could tell me like, alright, yo, this is kind of similar. Like, you could take this wave with it. I'll be like, alright, but and it actually helps me get somewhere even I didn't think. So that's what shout out to the team for that.
No doubt, and you bring that fresh energy as well.
Yeah.
So right now, you know, like we said, all of this is pretty much new. I see, you know, you're in the studio more. You guys are building your own studio. You know,
that's
you're in Umbrella Studio. You're coming around, you're watching, you're learning.
You gotta live in the studio.
And the people I think it's good for the people to see this because you're really I don't want to say just starting out, but you know you're really
you're
fresh
right,
on the scene.
You're right. I'm fresh on the scene.
Fresh on the scene, so it's good to see the people to see you. So what's been the most exciting part, and what is starting to feel like? Okay, I gotta do this. Cause I know everything when you first started, you're like, yeah.
For me, it was actually the opposite. When I first started, it was like,
good. That's good.
And then, you know, as like you get into it, you know, it's kind of like, you know, when you're doing something and you're real good, you know, if you're killing everybody, you're gonna enjoy doing it. So
that plays a big factor.
So that's what it really was. It was like, yo, I'm horrible at this, like. And like I said, it was first time, so that it was kind of like I had to brush that off, like embrace that, like yo, you could go from this, but you could get so much better, like.
Always.
And that's why I like to listen back to my old tracks, like before they got mixed in, before I even learned how to. It's songs that I recorded over like 3-4 times, just because I knew.
That's a good thing.
I could have did it better, you know.
That's a good thing.
Things like that.
A lot of people think that they're like they're AI or something, and they could just go with that one shot deal. But I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, shout out to people that could do that.
I mean, there are a few, but listen. If you go behind the scenes and see what's really going on, but we're not going on.
That's true. But the people that could, handle their business one time and deal, facts. That's people that they worked on their craft. That's what I want to get to where my craft is like, you send me something, I got that. Like you know what I mean?
But the quality, that's what you want to.
Yeah, so I have a high bar for myself. Yeah, so it kind of messes me up too, but I try to keep it there so I have direction.
Okay, so what I want to ask, I like to ask artists and producers as well. Sometimes I vary. Who was the first person to say that you was like, oh, you're pretty good, yo? And whoever it was, like whether it's a family, a friend, someone online. Because it's online.
So like you said, I did just start rapping like officially, but when as a black kid, hip hop is in your life. So in high school, like I had kids of all races. Like we used to sit at the table and just freestyle. Yeah, okay. But it really used to be like the kid that make the beat, 2 rappers, 3 rap, whatever. Some kid that come play around, whatever. But after a while, it was like I was the one that was saying shit, and sometimes people come, I'm like, oh, I'm not rapping, though. I'm just playing like. Little shit like that, but
motivation.
I'll say like friends really, like, but that was off play stuff. So when I started though, I have to say probably like my pops, but you don't want to take not to take the family.
I know what you're saying,
but you know what I mean. So if I had to say like somebody from outside, I think it was like people from my job or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah, it told me that like they don't want to. Cause I asked them on some raw shit like you don't have to. Save my feelings, nothing. Like, yo, tell me what you think about this. And they was like, nah, I really like this. Like, this is really dope. That's probably the first time.
Nah, because, people, they don't tell you can rap, though.
Yeah,
they don't hold back.
So you gotta,
definitely
that's the thing, too. I like to tell people, like, yo, tell me what you don't like. Because if you tell me what you don't like, it could go 2 ways. And the one way I prefer is I take that as constructive criticism. I find a way to make myself better and correct that. Even if it's not something I agree with, like I could at least listen to what you're saying, and it may be something. It may be something.
Yeah, so, later on, maybe.
Later on, you never know.
Yeah.
So that's why I like to take that in.
Okay, so before we get into your project, I want to know who are some of the people that you listen to, or maybe when you were younger, or that not even inspired you, just people that you like to, that you like to listen to.
I mean, I grew up in that era where it was probably like a dance for every song, like that chicken noodle soup era. But I definitely listened to like 50, Busta, Wayne, a lot of Wayne. I remember a lot of Mary J. Blige too. But yeah, like whatever was really just out on the radio at that time. Yeah,
that's dope, man. So. Let them know, man. What's the name of the project, man? Your first official project, right? Official solo project.
So you already know, we in the pandemic, but Tah Bandsome, I dropped the Bandemic.
The Bandemic on them, man.
And dropped the whole Bandemic, about 9 tracks on there for them.
Nice.
An intro, little outro on them, freestyle. Yeah, it's dope tracks on there, a bunch of different ranges. You know, I try not to stay in one lane, try to give them a bunch of different tastes. So, yeah.
What's the single though? What's the go-to track on there that you?
Bandemic.
Bandemic.
That's
man.
the track right there. That's the go-to right there. Yeah, that's the wave right there. People just gotta tune in. You know, put a real good ear to that. I got some good flows, good bar. Okay. You know, good energy.
Who produced that?
Cover. Shout out to Cover on that.
Okay, shout out to Cover, man. You already know the Umbrella Studios, man. They get it in them. Okay, listen, man. If you getting cover beats, then it ain't no jokes and games out here, man. Y'all already know.
I mean, I got a couple producers in the bag. Shout out to Tilson.
Listen, shout them out, man.
Yeah.
Who's out there, man?
Shout out to Tilson. Shout out to Vinny Idol. Shout out to Blacks. Y'all all out here, bro. Y'all all do y'all thing. Keep sending me heat, and I'm gonna keep putting heat on them for y'all. Appreciate y'all, definitely.
So where can they get it though? Where can they get that? The Bandemic.
You could get that everywhere. You could get it on Tidal, Spotify. You can find it on TikTok. You could get it on Apple Music. I'm like put it on YouTube too eventually. Videos is coming too very soon. I got a couple videos on there already.
Okay, so I'm guessing the video is gonna be for the Bandemic. So we're looking forward to that.
I got a video for Bandemic coming. I got a video for Ready coming, and I'm gonna do a video for What It Is as well.
Okay. And I feel like we skipped over where you're from. I don't feel like...
Yeah, we did.
We did, right?
Yeah.
Man, talk to him.
From the Bronx, Boogie Down, New York, from the Valley to be specific, right off Baychester. Yeah, G Block. Yeah, shout out to my guys. You feel me?
Alright, man. So listen, man, before we close out, man, anything you want to close out, get to the people, let them know. What do you want them to think when they think Tah Bandsome?
I mean, when you hear Tah Bandsome, you know, just think what you hear. Real nigga shit, bro. Like, I'm like everybody else, not like everybody else, but I'm normal, I'm human, like, so, you feel me? But, yeah, I'm here, try to bring energy, you know, try to bring back that New York vibe, feel me? Like, that real New York vibe, and bring some bars back, you know, try to correct what the older heads say about us, you know, new niggas. So
doing a good job so far.
Try to work on that. I appreciate that. Yeah, but yeah, just tune in. You know, I'm gonna try to switch it up here and there. You know, like I said, I like to try to be versatile, give a taste of every little type of thing. But yeah, I'm working.
Alright, man. So you heard it here first, man. It's Deme D, Mr. Everywhere You Never Get. Excuse me, you never there. Got my guy Tah Bandsome on deck in the Bronx. You're ready.